Yo, welcome back. Zycor here. And today, I wanted to read the new Bison Dossier that Wildcard just released for ARK Survival Ascended. This creature will be released along with the new Ragnarok Ascended remastered map that will be coming out on June 18th, as long as Wildcard doesn't delay it again. And yeah, this creature seems like it's going to be a pretty cool creature. This is going to be a free creature added to the map, so that is also a bonus. Kind of like all the other creatures that Wildcard's been adding to ARK Survival Ascended as well. But yeah, it seems like it's going to be an interesting creature. It looks pretty buff. It is a bison, just a common bison, which is kind of a nice change from some of the fantasy creatures and the dinosaurs. I mean, this ain't no dinosaur. It's just a bison. But he's a buff bison. And he's very horny. But, yeah, so I wanted to read the dossier. We'll see what it's kind of like, see what it does, and who knows, we'll speculate as to maybe some of the things it might be able to do as well. So, yeah. Its common name is bison. Species is Bison mattress slack. Its time is early Pleistocene. Its diet is herbivore. Its temperament is territorial. So they seem like they're aggressive if you get in too close with things, or just too close. After dealing with the endless parade of strange creatures on the ARKs, it might feel like a pleasant surprise to run across some ordinary-looking buffalo. Just make sure to enjoy the local bison at a distance. If you've brought anything as big as an allosaur, they become aggressively territorial around larger predators. Once provoked, you can expect these stubborn slabs of meat to fight until the bitter end. An agitated bison will throw that massive weight around to defend its herd even when overmatched. I watched one knock a rex senseless before tossing the dazed would-be predator off a cliff. Breaking one of these overstuffed bovines is tougher than you might think. All that extra bulk makes bison especially tough to knock out. These lovable meatballs are worth taming, because they'll fight for you as fiercely as their own herd. Your bison may not end fights quickly, but it will take a beating and tussle with just about any threat. A tame mama bison will prove to be a useful dairy animal for your tribe, as long as she's nursing. That milk is extremely nutritious and actually pairs well with some of the more interesting recipes survivors have concocted. Any nearby baby creature will want some once they smell it. Heck, even baby wyverns treat it like their mother's milk. So yes, it seems like the bison is actually going to be pretty interesting and kind of cool. The male bisons seem like they're going to be, well, very buff and tough and have, a lot of muscle. So they seem like they're going to be able to go up against some of the larger predators. Like, well, it mentions allosaur, but it also mentions a rex. So I would expect the males to be able to, well, go head to head with rex. Or who knows, maybe even a giga, but I doubt that. Gigas just trounce everything. But still, yeah. So being able to go up against the rex is probably a pretty formidable opponent for it. So it could be cool. And makes it for a good base defense as well. Especially those horns. You can see those horns if you look at them. Yeah, they look like they're pretty dangerous. And also, if you look at the image, you can kind of see what looks like a bison dashing there with the check marks. I wonder if they have some sort of dash attack. That could be interesting. And then it's also pointing to a shield, which, does that mean they've got some sort of defensive buff? Or like shield breaking? No, it doesn't show a broken shield. It shows a shield. So it makes me feel like they got some sort of defensive buff. Maybe they do have some sort of defensive buff because they're so buff. And then of course it's got a milk bottle there, which would mean just the female ones are, well, going to provide milk. And it actually sounds pretty cool because they're going to be able to provide milk for baby wyverns, which has never been done before, I guess. I mean, it's a good alternative because now with the bison, as long as you have a bison, you don't even have to worry about knocking out wyverns to take wyvern milk. You just have a bison, and it looks like it'll care for your baby wyverns in that sense. You can imprint them, feed them. So it's basically baby wyvern milk at home, which, I mean, is kind of cool, but in a sense, it can also be, like, you could also think, well, it's kind of breaking the game. It's not really breaking the game, but it's reducing something that used to be to something that isn't required anymore. Taking part of the game away? Maybe. I don't know. What is your opinion? Let me know in the comments. But, yeah. It seems like it's still going to be interesting. If you want one, then you can feed your wyverns with it. Otherwise, you don't have to use that either. You can still always go trank a wyvern and get wyvern milk that way. But, I mean, I know most likely everyone will, resort to just taming of a female buffalo or bison and then just getting wyvern milk that way. I know that will become the meta. That's just the way it is. Everybody wants something simpler and at base. So that's just how it's going to be. But it also says pairs well with some of the more interesting recipes, which seems like it might be interesting. Like, you'll be able to make different stuff with it. I mean, like, is there going to be new recipes that they include with it? Who knows? Maybe. But yeah, could be kind of cool in that sense. Figure out what kind of foods you make. I don't think there's been any foods in ARK that use milk, as far as I know. That I know, anyway. I don't do too much cooking in ARK, though, anyway, so yeah. But could be interesting. Maybe they're going to implement new recipes. You see that in the image there's like a milk bottle and there's some cheese. So who knows? Maybe they're going to make like a recipe for cheese. I don't know. But yeah, it seems interesting, and it's kind of weird though. If you look at the big picture of the buffalo right there on the lower right, it looks like there's cactus behind it. And that's like, are they going to be in the desert then? Maybe. Because, I mean, like, what? Bison are generally in the plains though. So it doesn't feel like they should be by cactus. So I guess we'll see when the map actually comes out. And yeah, if they're by cactus, that means they're in the desert. If they're not by the cactus, well, they're going to be probably in the highlands on Ragnarok. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it for this dossier reading. The bison seems like it's going to be a cool creature, and seems like it's going to be rather tough. And it also says that it likes to protect its own herd. So that does make me wonder if it's going to get like a pack buff. You never know. It could. Also, let me know your thoughts about the bison down in the comments. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this dossier reading. If you like this dossier reading, hit that like button. We really appreciate it, and it really helps us out a lot. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell icon, leave a comment if you want to, and of course, share it. Also, you can come and join our Discord server or our website if you're not getting notifications. Links are in the description, as well as links to all of our other socials as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.